Hello, everybody. This is episode 12 of the last podcast. I'm Stefan.
I'm Kevin.
This will be... E3 happened, Kevin.
Yes.
It was the E3 of all E3s almost. So much shit happened.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm excited. It's like a few days removed, so I kind of haven't thought about it. So I'm excited to talk about it again.
Yeah,
Kinda
we were originally
relive
we were going to record right afterwards.
Yeah.
But then life got in the way.
Yes.
So we just pushed it to Sunday and just review everything.
That's all right. Now E3 is officially over completely. Yes. We can look back.
So today we're gonna go through every press conference, what happened, talk about it, whatnot, and then we'll go over our predictions and how bad they were.
Yeah. They weren't good.
But as we start, Kevin, what have you been playing and watching and whatnot?
I've been playing Towerfall, and Mario. I busted out my old Wii.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Just that craving for
Well,
Mario.
I wanted old Mario, like Mario 1 and 3, the good ones.
Okay.
And I have my DS, but I didn't know where my DS was, so I pulled them out. I just wanted to. It was like grieving the terrible Nintendo press conference, how they didn't even announce anything that I wanted, regardless. So I just played some old.
Just needed to relive some. It's like looking at an old girlfriend picture. You just needed to play some Mario. Just remember the good old times.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch anything?
No, actually, I don't really see movies. I don't think.
What did I watch? I finished Orange is the New Black, season 3. That was okay. That show is weird. I feel like that show is just gonna get bad. It's good, it's funny, but nothing. The overall,
it's peaked.
The overall story, it just went away. The whole story, the first few seasons was her dealing with outside life and her prison life, and the outside life was completely not in this season at all, and it was just her in prison. So it's I don't know if they're gonna bring that back in next season or whatnot. I mean, she's supposed to. I'm assuming she's gonna end up with Larry because in real life she ends up with Larry.
Oh, she married someone from the show.
No, so the show's based off an actual woman,
in
right?
real life. Oh, I didn't
and the
know
woman
that.
in real life actually married Larry.
So spoiler alert.
So I was I'm assuming she's gonna end up with Larry. But this doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? But it was good. Playing, we were just playing Gears Beta.
Oh yeah.
God, it's so good.
It's real good.
Brings back so much memories.
Yes.
Love that. And then been playing Ori and the Blind Forest, which reminds me of that Metroidvania, was it Castlevania or Metroidvania style, where it's big map, 2D, but go this place, get this, come back, do that, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. It's a lot of fun. Reminds me of Child of Light a lot too, which I love. It's just not RPG. That's what I've been playing, watching. But let's get into it. I want to get into this good news.
Yeah.
So, like we said,
so are we gonna go in order?
Let's go in order.
Okay.
We'll go in order. E3 started Sunday night, and the first press conference was Bethesda. So they came out, and the first thing they showed. Hold on, my things are screwed up.
I think it started with Fallout 4, right?
No. They came out and showed Doom.
Oh.
So they came out and showed Doom, which freaking looked awesome.
Yeah. I thought Doom looked there was a quick sizzle trailer, and they showed the executions, the melees and stuff.
Yeah.
They looked awesome.
Oh my god, it was just they came out hard with Doom, and I was just this looks ridiculous.
It was a quick trailer. They're hey, we're making Doom, and it was everything you would want Doom to be.
I mean, the deaths were amazing. The chainsaw, it just looked
so
cool, different from all these military shooters and stuff that we're getting.
Yeah.
That it was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, it made me realize wait a minute, there hasn't there was a big group of those. I feel like Doom-like games, know, for a while, and then it made me think there hasn't been one in a while, and they're so good. So I'm excited for that.
It was so good. But so start off that, then they went in with Dishonored 2, which we all knew. If I remember, it got leaked, and it was oh, Dishonored 2's happening. So it showed the CG trailer, looked good, and I was okay, maybe I'll give it a shot. And then they announced a Dishonored Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
So I was ooh, I'm definitely probably gonna pick that up because I never played the first one. So
I still have an unopened copy on 360. Once backwards compatibility works, you can borrow the.
That's true. Right? I can. that way. Then they have kind of like not really. I won't say low points, but stuff I didn't really care about. They showed like a new expansion from Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, that's like failing, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's failing.
No one cares. They showed Battle Cry, which is some like I don't even know what this is really. Some other.
Is it another or MMO?
I think it's like an MMO type thing. I'm not sure what Battle Cry is. But then the big highlight is they came out and they showed like a shitload of Fallout 4.
Yeah.
What's his name? Todd Howard or whatever the guy's name is? I forgot his name. He came on stage, basically showed like how you create a character. Your character actually has a voice now. It has like the Mass Effect like choice thing, which I love, and like all those games.
Good conversation.
Yeah. Show like you could like build the towns up.
Yeah, you could build up your house in the other ones, but like this was like next level.
Yeah. Basically, like all this ridiculous stuff. They showed a real life Pip-Boy thing that was coming.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I was like, I don't care about this, but
I mean,
I'm not gonna get it. But
it's I don't know. It's kind of crazy. You plug your smartphone into if you didn't see this.
I mean, it's a cool collectible.
It's actually like the Pip-Boy in the game is like what's the menu is.
Yeah.
Instead of using the menu in the game, you can buy this real life Pip-Boy that you plug your smartphone into with an app. And it like literally is a Pip-Boy, but like it works for the game, but it's on your wrist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's uber fan service. I'm sure like people will love it, but I think it's a little maybe over.
It's not as hot, but I mean, if you're a fan, it's actually a cool collectible.
Yeah, it's in the collector's edition, which I'm sure will be.
They also announced a Fallout iPhone game, Fallout Shelter. It was free. Like you could go download it tonight. I haven't downloaded it yet. Probably gonna download it soon. And
yeah, what does that do? I don't.
It's like you just like build like you're in the vault or the shelter or whatever, and you just like build up like your community in there. So it looked kind of fun. Yeah, but basically a lot of Fallout. So they had a really overall, what do you think? I thought they had a really solid press conference. Like it came out solid. Like okay, this set the tone of how like this year's gonna be.
Yeah, they pretty much hit all their IPs, in one thing, and I thought they all looked really good. I think Fallout looked awesome. I really want to play it. I mean, that's gonna just sell an insane amount. Yeah. Which was, I don't know if you picked up on this, but that was November 10th, right? Fallout was the release date.
Yes.
What was the other game? Like, wasn't it like Tomb Raider or something?
Yes, we'll get to that.
Okay, we'll get to that. That just
let's transition.
That's suicide, right there.
Let's transition to Microsoft. Microsoft next morning. Another really solid press conference, I thought. They came out swinging, really. They came out, showed off Halo 5, which looked good, but I didn't really... I wasn't, like blown away, mainly.
It was another Halo game.
I mean, I'm going to play it. It's good. Yeah. Whatever. They showed Recore, new game from Inafune, which I was like, yes.
This was, like, their best announcement, honestly.
The other thing that was big is that they, like we talked about, they announced backwards compatibility, which was like a giant... They did the dig at Sony, which is hilarious. They're like, if you own a game, we're not going to make you pay for it again.
Yeah,
I was like, dang.
Which, like, that's a good diss. I don't know. My PS3 still works, and, like, I have the one that's backwards compatible that plays 1, 2, and 3 games. So, like, to me, it doesn't hurt me. But I could see how if you're stopped working or whatever, you didn't have it, and you only had a PS4, it would be sad to like have to, if you want to replay something like that.
Well, I want everything to be like Apple, where like we're to that point where I feel like everything's just work on everything.
Right. And to Sony's credit, maybe right now, yes, Xbox has a better plan, but long term, everything's going to have to switch digital. Like, you can't keep all these games and all this stuff. It's not all going to work on everything all the time. Yeah. So, I mean, eventually everything, just like your movie collection and all this stuff, is eventually going to have to shift to digital. So, I mean, yeah, Sony's going to charge you for the games you already own, but then that's going to be it. And PS5 and PS6 and down the line, I'm assuming you're going to get to keep digitally all the stuff that you own, basically.
I hope so.
And so I think it's maybe uncomfortable to transition at first, but
well, I think
in the end it'll be worth it.
I think Sony, if they will at least be like, if you own the game and you put it in, it'll be free on PlayStation now, something like that, or like they do the free PlayStation Plus games are free on PlayStation now. That would be cool. Or they finally will actually put PS2 and PS1 games. This is like I more wanted to play. Like I wanted some PS2 games. Like, I would love to go back and play. Like Onimusha,
right.
I'd love to go play all the Onimusha games again.
Yeah.
But let's stay on Xbox. So they came out, had some more Fallout 4, which big announcement there was that they're going to have mod support with PC and Xbox One.
Well, but they didn't say exclusive, right?
They didn't say exclusive. They said that they're going to try to bring it on PS4 as well eventually, but it's going to be first on Xbox at least. And if you buy Fallout 4 on Xbox One, you will get Fallout 3 free.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that would be nice for you.
Some other announcements came. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. I never played the first one, but that's coming out. Forza Motorsport 6. Not a big Forza fan. You are more of a racing fan, but
yeah,
looked good.
I thought it looked awesome.
They brought a car out.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then the car went back.
They made
up.
like a deal with Ford, and the new GT came down from the sky. That was unnecessary, I thought. But.
Yeah. They confirmed that Dark Souls 3 is coming out next year. There was the beta for The Division and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege will be first on their system as well.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that.
Another big thing was that we got the Rare Collection, which is like basically every Rare game on disc. I was just like, holy god, there's like 30 games.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was that. And they also came out and announced a new Rare game. What was it called?
Sea of Thieves, I think, right?
Sea of Thieves. That looked awesome.
It was like, it's all pirates, but it's like, it's almost MMO pirates. It looked like multiplayer. You have your crew, and you can do like ship battles, but there's also like on land stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously in early stages, but I thought it looked awesome.
They had 4 new indie games that are coming. I don't know if they're either coming first to Xbox or exclusive.
I think they're exclusive.
The one that looked good was Cuphead. It was like, imagine old school Mickey Mouse cartoons, like that kind of style.
Yeah. It looks like Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, like that, but like Contra shooting kind of style.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Freaking
awesome.
Awesome.
Supposedly it's like hard to like old school.
The DayZ guy came out, said his next game, I don't know if it's going to be exclusive or come first, but that's going to be on Xbox. They showed a legit gameplay trailer of Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Also the announcement date, like you said, November 10th, 2015.
Yeah, which is obviously going to change, right?
I would hope so.
What's weird, though, is that they had time, like, a few days, right? They knew, I guess only one day, but maybe it's too late to change at that point. I feel like once you heard Fallout's coming out November 10th, I'd be like, all right, and we're not coming out November 10th.
I think they have to push it up, because I think even if you come out after that, I think people would still be on Fallout.
Yeah, I mean...
So I think that's going to get moved up to October.
Like Tomb Raider, I can wait to play. Like Fallout, I'm not waiting.
I would get them both at the same time, because like I said, like Fallout, I haven't played other Fallout, so I'm going to get Fallout, I'm going to play it, but I'm also going to get Tomb Raider. It's going to be like a break between this big open world and play like Tomb Raider a little bit more constrained and focused on what we're going to do. Fables Legends coming holiday 2015. I don't care. Like, I'm not interested at this Fable at all. Like, at all.
What kind of...
It's like a free-to-play, like...
MMO?
No, it's a free-to-play game that's, like, Evolve, where it's, like, 4 versus 1 bullshit type thing. Like, someone's like the enemy control or something. And I'm just like, I just want Fable 4. All I want is Fable 4.
I don't think they're going to make it, are they?
I want them to. Like, I feel like they just fucked up. Like, Fable just got, like, worse as it went on. Like, the first one's the best one. 2's good, but, like, not as good as 1. 3 was kind of shitty. And then, like, they just will not bring back Fable. And it pisses me off.
I think this shit might have sailed on it.
I'm so pissed off. They confirmed the Gears of War remake. Like we said, it's the first game. Yeah, we just played a little bit. It's the first game, and then like all the maps throughout all the games, online multiplayer. And then they showed Gears of War 4, which first time I saw it, I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of dark, I can't see it. And then I rewatched it again, like a better like stream and everything. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, yeah, this looks good. So
I don't know. To me, I was underwhelmed, and after like seeing all the games, I thought, man, Microsoft killing it. But then I kind of looked back at them, like Gears was one where I was just like, it really just looked like the same game. I don't know. They didn't really show anything new. I would have liked to have seen a new weapon or something different, and it was literally the same game. The
thing I take away from it is that they're going back towards more Gears of War 1, where it seems more horror-like.
Yeah.
Because the first game had like a little bit more horror element to it. Yeah. And then they kind of just became like shooting whatever.
Right, and then it's like you could kill 90 of them.
So this seemed like more like smaller base and like horror, like a horror element was back into it.
True.
So I'm excited for that. I mean, it is they have a whole another year to show this game. So
right, and I'm not saying there aren't going to be different things. I'm sure there are. I just thought that if you're going to unveil it, it would have been cool to see what's different about it. Instead, to me, it just seemed like the same game. But
yeah. But overall, I thought they had a really strong press conference. It was good. I think if you have an Xbox, you got exciting. If you don't have Xbox, I think they did some stuff here to make me maybe want to think about getting an Xbox. They also offered one more thing. They announced that controller that like you can like change it out. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
expenses of shit.
Yeah,
but
it's $150.
Yeah, but it looked pretty cool.
Not including the customization part of it. I mean, I'm sure if you're super into competitive gaming, it's probably worth it. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, after watching initially, I was like, dang, awesome. I was pumped about Microsoft, and then going back through stuff like the controller being 150, like, all right, well that ruins that. I don't know. I just going back through it, I thought that it wasn't quite as good maybe as I originally.
Oh, the one thing we didn't talk about was the HoloLens thing.
Oh God, because who cares?
I mean, okay, yeah, we're not interesting, but we can't just dismiss it. Like, it was kind of cool. Like, it was like finally seeing like a Minority Report thing in real life.
Yeah, so it's like looks like a little Oakley sunglasses thing you put on your head, and then somehow they were able to show on a camera how the guy could see through some kind of special camera they had there.
I think they put the lens on the camera.
Yeah, and so then if he played Minecraft, but he was able to like zoom out in 3D and like see the whole thing. Yeah, kind of like Minority Report or something, and he could use his hands to like change stuff or like speak. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool, I guess. I don't know how that applies elsewhere though. Like, how do I play Call of Duty with that or something? Like, I don't think you do.
It's that. I mean, how do you do it? But I imagine like fucking a Pokemon type game. Throw it on the card, you see like the image go out or something like that, like something like that. I mean,
I guess
it's cool tech. It's cool tech.
I mean, it explained that's why they paid $2 billion for Minecraft or whatever.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. But so overall, like I said, I thought it was continuing with the solid press conferences. But then, Kevin, we took a little bit of a dip. EA's press conference was after that.
Yeah.
EA's press conference started off
EA Sports
strong.
Press conference.
Yeah, but it started off strong, right? We got the official reveal of the new Mass Effect, the Andromeda.
Yeah, which was an awesome trailer that they spent 0 time talking about.
I completely agree. Like, it was like, here's the trailer, coming in holiday 2016, and then nothing. And I was like, man, like, tell me like some more details.
It honestly looked like
the
press conference started, and they accidentally showed a trailer for Mass Effect, and then didn't speak about it and just started the press conference. That's what it seemed like. Like, it was like an error. Because it was literally like, that was the first thing, and then the guy came out and started talking.
Dude, I totally was expecting...
Like, what?
You know, I was expecting him to come out to talk about it, and then I was just totally expecting, in the meantime, coming this holiday season, Mass Effect Trilogy reboot.
Right, yeah.
And then they're like, no. And then they came out days later and were like, we have no plans to do Mass Effect Remastered Trilogy. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is the one remaster you should do. Yeah. How do you not do this? You're fucking EA. God damn, that pissed me off so much.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I thought it was real weird, but the game looked cool.
I'm excited.
It was more cutscene, but
yeah, a couple more details. It's just like, I think it's years later after events of 3, basically exploring a new galaxy. So it seems like it's gonna be like more like Star Trek-y exploring.
Yeah, and vehicles are back. Planet vehicles are back. Yeah. They showed that.
Yeah,
that was in 1.
Need for Speed. They give you a release date of the Need for Speed reboot. They show the plane, which looks fine. Again,
yeah, it looked cool. I thought the guy made a good point. He was saying like they wanted to pull everything that you liked about all the different ones.
Yeah.
Because I agreed with him. Like, there's never been a game where they like got it all right so far on the Need for Speed. So like, I was happy to hear him like acknowledge that each game only did like certain things well.
Yeah.
And that they're kind of pulling all those into one. So I think the new one could be cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
From there, they announced the new Star Wars game, no Star Wars: The Old Republic game. Knights of the Fallen Empire. The trailer was awesome. Like, all those CG trailers are awesome, but the game is not like that, so I would never play this. But
it's still a free-to-play MMO, right?
Yeah. I wish they would go back to, like, KOTOR, like the old days. BioWare on Xbox. Those were pretty fun. So sad they don't do that. New Star Wars mobile game, Galaxy Heroes, card-based RPG.
Yeah, I got that prediction right.
There you go. This one was cool. It was the part one. Another highlight was they announced that the Unravel game. That Swedish director who came out. He talked way kind of long, but I mean, I couldn't. He was totally nervous and whatnot, and he kind of talked a little bit too long.
It was real bad.
But the game
hire
itself.
Someone to talk about your game, man. Hire someone to talk about your game.
Well, the game itself looked awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm totally gonna play this.
Cool, yeah.
It looked good. Then we got into the sports, which
Better
just
version.
like this is where this turned. This press conference went so bad. First, they went NBA Live, and they brought some dumb motherfucker who I forgot his name was. What was his name?
Oh god.
It was just such a shitty thing.
I don't remember his name.
Some dude
He's
came
like
up.
the number one NBA Live online player.
Yeah,
Which is like,
and he was like, "I'm this dude." And I was like, "I don't fucking care about him." And then they showed
like,
some
that's an
face
achievement.
scanning thing. And to my point, it's like it's sad that at this point they're talking more about like just like mechanics of the game instead of just fucking like new
they're
features.
like, oh, you'll be able to shoot with the timed release. It's like, how was that not in this game already? Like, it literally looked like they were announcing the first ever NBA Live. Like, they had to explain that the controls worked.
Yeah, it's just terrible, man. Like, and then from there, got a little bit more Planet vs Zombies, which is
It looks kind of
looks
cool.
fine, and then FIFA. Goddamn FIFA.
Oh,
dude.
yes.
So
They brought out Pele.
they brought him out, which I'm like, dude, this is not the time to bring him out.
It was just,
They talked to him for like fucking 15 minutes.
the pacing made no sense.
And
like,
then-
Pele's
no,
awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about him, but they came out to talk about stories with him. I was like, okay, this is good. Make this short. You just have a message. You don't need to bring him out.
Right.
Then they showed like they showed like some of the stuff, like the gameplay stuff. Then they showed like 3 different trailers. It was like fucking 30 minutes of FIFA, and I was just like, what the fuck? Is this ever gonna end?
To be fair, that's one of their top selling games, like worldwide. But like, I don't know that it needs that much time even still. I understand to them they're thinking, all right, business wise, we're gonna spend the most time on something that makes the most money for us. But it's like FIFA is FIFA, and people that play FIFA like are gonna buy it. They're not gonna be like, oh, I wish I would have got 3 more trailers of people playing soccer. Like, we know what the game is. Doesn't need sports games. Do not need trailers.
Yeah,
That was what EA did not learn.
it's so stupid. They also showed some NHL, the trailer.
Again, yeah, don't need a sports trailer.
Madden, I thought was pretty good because they actually showed like the difference in Madden, where they're improving like the catching and the
And defending,
passing
yeah.
and
Which
defending.
finally, God, you can defend the player, not the ball, on
Yeah.
the pass defense. Which it's like that's been missing for
Yeah,
ever.
so that was kind of cool. They showed Mirror's Edge some more, a little bit of the story of that.
Yeah, no,
Released in
trailer.
spring 2016. Cool. And then it ended on a high note. We got official reveal gameplay of fucking Star Wars Battlefront. Although it didn't start off that way. It started off terrible because it was like, let's show some slides and have this chick talk about it. I'm like, I don't want to fucking see you. Just show me the game.
Yeah.
They finally
Oh,
showed the
and
game.
they had like a 10-minute thing of gameplay. It's like, just show that.
Yes.
It will silence all.
Oh my god! But the gameplay was awesome. Like,
Yes.
you see, they showed all the
Oh my
perspectives.
God. It was Hoth, and it was
Hoth,
every
all
part
the
of Hoth.
Yeah, all the perspective. You could jump in all the fucking vehicles, the snow speeder, the big was it AT,
They had
TT,
TIE
TIE
fighters,
fighters,
they had
all that stuff.
Snow
And then
speeders.
you go in, and all of a sudden you see some dude gets force choked, and then it's Vader, and then another dude shoots to Luke, like force blasts a couple dudes,
Yeah.
runs at Darth Vader, hit Sabers clash, Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh god, so
Yeah,
good.
Heroes are back. They didn't really show gameplay of the heroes much, but
Just that little bit.
they
is
showed
really-
straight up gameplay of like being a trooper and shooting. And the shooting looked real tight, looked awesome.
Yes.
Graphics were amazing. I have
Yeah.
to say,
Oh my
graphics
God.
were really good.
Oh my god.
And everything seemed to be like working already. Like
Yeah.
there was no slowdown. There was, I mean, it could have been
Yeah.
finished
We
product.
don't.
I know it's still like
we have
alpha,
no,
but
yeah, we have no idea. But yeah, oh my god, it
it
was
looked,
good.
it looked amazing.
But overall, like a D because their press conference was terrible. Like honestly, there's only a couple things that saved it, but
They were definitely the worst of all.
they
of
were
them.
the worst. But not by far, I would say. So continue on. Then we went to Ubisoft, which kind of brought it back up, right? So Ubisoft came out, and right off the bat, boom, new South Park game.
Yes.
I was like, oh god, which was even more special because Matt and Trey were like, after the Stick of Truth, they were like, we're not making any more games.
Yes.
So I was like, when I saw this, I was like, immediately, when I saw this, I was immediately like, okay, they're just porting up Stick of Truth to PS4 and Xbox One. I'm like, great, because I would love to replay that game.
So good.
And hopefully it'll run better, because it kind of ran a little janky on the PS3 and then the Xbox 360.
Yeah,
so
it
I
was
like,
a little janky.
And then next thing you know, like, I see him, like, flush the thing, and then shoot, I'm like, oh my god, is this a new one? And then it's like, new game. It's called South Park: The Fractured Butthole. And then instead of being like the Lord of the Rings stuff, you're playing the superheroes.
Yeah.
So you'll get the Coon and Mysterion and all that.
Yeah.
So
it'll all be themed, all items and stuff will be themed around that.
So
yeah,
excited.
I mean, Stick of Truth was awesome.
Yeah.
Almost game of the year, I think.
Oh my god, this probably was my game of the year. It's between that and Dragon Age Inquisition. It was so good.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. They were saying how because the first one was delayed a few times, right?
Well, the first one was originally was going to be published by THQ, but then THQ died, and then Ubisoft bought them. I think they had a lot of help, but they said towards the end, like they figured out how to like
they
make
were
it.
saying that the reason why they decided to make that one was like they feel like they've cleared enough of the hurdles at this point. Where, and it's probably true. I mean, you got the engine and all that stuff is there pretty much now. I mean, just up-res it, change the theme, and you know it can't be as much work. So that's why they decided to come back and make one. But.
So that was good. Then then another game that looked awesome was the For Honor game. It's like I don't even know how to explain this. It's like a 4-player, look like maybe like 2 versus 2, like
it's almost Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
Imagine if Dynasty Warriors had a cool combat system.
Yeah. This is what it looked like. It was awesome though, because they're like you see these two battling, like they're blocking, parrying each other and stuff, and it just looked so much fun.
So there were like ancillary soldiers, but you're also like 2 heroes versus 2 heroes.
Yes.
And you could fight another hero, and it was like very robust, like counter block, parry kind of stuff going on. But you could also just go into the fray and like whoop on their, like, you know, foot soldier guys. Yeah. And they showed across multiple ages too. So it's like
so you could be like a Viking, a knight, or like a samurai.
Yes.
And oh man, it looked so awesome. Like I was like, I want to play this. Complete shit, but it looks so awesome.
It looked like the Dynasty Warriors game I always wanted.
Yeah.
But never got.
Yep. They announced some more like expansion pack for the crew. No one really cared about that. That game came out broken as shit, so no one gives a fuck about the crew.
Yeah.
Another Trials game, Trials Fusion.
I never got into those.
Never really care about that either. They showed some Division. Division looked awesome.
Yes.
So I guess Division is like you can just straight up betray your teammates and jack all the loot.
Yeah.
And they showed that, and I was like, damn. Like they go in. There's like 3, like a group of guys that go in. They're about to take down these players, and then like another group comes in. They all aim at each other. Like, are we gonna work together or are we gonna fight each other? And they decide to work together. So there's like 5 or 6 of them. They all start working together, clear out this whole area, get all this loot. They're about to call this chopper, and then all of a sudden, like, dude's like, should we just take their shit? It's like, I don't know, man. They're like, fuck it, let's take it. So they kill them, take their stuff, and then their third partner betrays the other 2, kills the other guy, and then the girl kills the other person, and then just let the other dude dies and just jacks all the loot and dips out. And you're just like, oh my god, that's so dick. Well, awesome.
So it's kind of like alliances and parties could change, like, instant. You
on the fly.
Yeah.
Don't you betray me, Kevin. Pissed. That new bitch.
Yeah, it looked really cool, though. It was awesome.
Fun. Coming March 8th, 2016. Then we got, what is this? Anno 2025?
I don't even remember seeing that.
I don't even remember this either. Futuristic Cedar Builder players. I must have dozed out on that one. I didn't see that one. Just Dance 2016 coming. Don't really care about that. We saw some more Rainbow Six, which, you know, looks fun. I'm not a big Rainbow Six guy.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty cool. The roping in and like the turnover, shoot into the building and stuff, that kind of stuff. Yeah. It looked like Vegas.
Yeah.
Had a lot of cool niches to it.
Yeah, Trackmania Turbo coming to PC in what you call it? It's basically is it like a roller coaster type lagoon type thing?
I don't understand what that was.
I don't even know what that is either.
Looked like a PC game.
Yeah, some PC type thing. They showed more Assassin's Creed, which I feel like this is going to be... Like, I don't think the Assassin's Creed is going to sell at all. Because it seems like no one cares.
I mean,
like no one.
So stupid.
Was this the one where did they show the female assassin in this one?
No, Sony showed the female.
Yeah. So this one's just another.
This was just the guy. Remember, it was like him, like in the pub recruiting guys, so you could like recruit people. It seems like, but to make like an English gang, you know, like like what's that show on Netflix? Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
Kind of like that, but it's just it didn't look interesting to me, and the wagon stuff looks stupid.
I have to rewatch it again. I think I know it though. But then it ended on a high note because Ubisoft always does. They showed Ghost Recon Wildlands, which just looked awesome as hell.
Yeah.
Co-op, like you just all jump out of the airplane, roll down, take out the dude. You could infinite amount of ways you could do it.
Yeah, they showed the same mission a few different ways. Like if you just roll in shooting, or if you try and be like sneaky, or if you infiltrate or whatever. Like there are all kinds of different ways you could do stuff. And it's like open world vehicles, but you can like team up with people. It looks sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
pumped about that.
That looked awesome. Good like high note to end. Ubisoft usually always ends on like a high note. Always reveals good new game that you're like, oh my god. But it looked good.
Yeah.
So that was Ubisoft's press conference. I'll give it a solid B. They were good. They had some moments that I was like, I didn't care that much.
Jason Derulo singing for Just Dance.
Yeah,
the worst.
That was terrible.
It's like, why is this happening?
That was terrible. But God. I mean, their shitty moments are way less than EA's.
True.
Because they announced a lot of good stuff. They have some shitty moments. They could probably clean it up a little bit. But overall, a good press conference, I thought.
Yeah.
But then we got to Sony's.
Yes.
All I can say is goddamn Sony. I honestly thought Microsoft would have the best conference this year. I just, in my bones, felt that way.
Yeah. And after seeing it, I felt like that too.
Yeah. And then I was completely wrong. Like, people, let me see how good, before I talk about what happened, I saw a grown man bust out of tears after the third mic drop and just cry the rest of the show because he was just so happy at what happened. And I was like, this is literally happening. Oh my god. It just broke him. Like, he couldn't handle it. Kevin couldn't watch the press conference anymore because he got broke after one announcement.
I turned it off.
He just couldn't take it anymore.
It didn't matter. No other games mattered. After that, no other games mattered.
Okay, well, let's get into it. So, right off the bat, my prediction was wrong. They showed Last Guardian.
Yeah, I was pissed. I should have made my prediction that they were showing.
Right off the back, just didn't even know hesitation. Was like, all right, here's Last Guardian. And coming out 2016, they said, I wish there was a more specific release date. That kind of worries me. But the game looks
there was gameplay.
There was gameplay. It looked awesome. It fit right into that universal eco.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was like Shadow of the Colossus, except the Colossus is your friend and helps you like solve puzzles.
Yeah, it's eco meets Shadow Colossus.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
And it looked great.
Which looked cool. The puzzle seemed fun.
Yeah.
His voice was annoying as hell, though.
It's annoying.
I was like, oh god, this cannot be the real voice.
It's annoying, but it makes me laugh because I just think of like Shadow Claus like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But like you have to use the voice to like call the story to different spots, and I was like, I cannot sit through a whole game with this. Like,
I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna annoy people. I'm just gonna spam that a little bit. So then we got into a new IP. This one was leaked a little bit throughout the years. We've been hearing like rumors about it, but never officially saw it. But a new game from Guerrilla, called Horizon, set in like a post-apocalyptic world where basically civilization has died and then nature has taken on over, so then nature's all like flourishing again.
It's like almost Terminated, where like robots are sentient.
But now, but there's like dinosaur robots, and you have to hunt them.
Yes.
And you play like this redhead hunted female who looked badass.
Yeah, bow and arrow.
Yeah, it reminded me of like Enslaved meets like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
With a little bit maybe like Heavenly Sword thrown in there because she looks like the Heavenly Sword. Yeah. So I was totally down for that. But it's awesome. Probably was my favorite new announcement of all of E3 because I was like, "Ooh my god!"
Yeah, they had some cool gameplay. I mean, she goes out and like hunts a dinosaur thing, and like she has different types of arrows with the bow. So she like had to chain the thing down before she could like get to the side to shoot the weak point. Yeah, it looked awesome.
Looked so awesome.
Pumped.
Then we went in and new Hitman got announced. We only saw a trailer on this one, but love Hitman. Yeah, love some Hitman. Awesome. Then we got announcement of Cammy and Birdie coming, playable characters for new Street Fighter V.
Yeah, you excited about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get Street Fighter. Like,
I always liked Cammy.
Yeah, Cammy. Birdie I didn't really care about, but
yeah.
Then we got a new game from Media Molecule, which looked weird as shit, and I don't really know how to explain this. I feel like they're gonna go too weird.
It's too weird. I can already tell you right now. Here's the problem: they didn't show how you play the game. They like showed this is the game, but like, if you didn't see it, it's like you build your own dream, and it's like you can have a weird selector tool, kind of like Little Big Planet, and you just build up like these weird clay things, and it can be like whatever you want. And they showed like a guy playing a piano, and then like riding a hover bike, like all kinds of things. But like, they didn't show how you play the game. Like, what is the point of the game? What am I doing in the game?
I don't know.
How do I play the game? There was nothing like that's what worries me.
Yes,
that's what made it too weird.
I have to see more about it.
It's like, what am I doing?
I mean, it got people talking about it, but like at the same time, like I just feel like they're gonna go too weird.
Like you drop in and out of people's dreams, and it's like, okay, but then like, what do I do in it? Like, if it's the jet copter thing, do I like ride around in the
way
jet
I understand it is like it's the ultimate Little Big Planet game. Like it's the ultimate creation. You create whatever the fuck you want.
But like the piano level, what is there to play?
Like you could create just a movie, you create music, create whatever the fuck you want. I don't know.
It was too weird.
It's. I'm a little worried about that one myself. After that we got more announcement of more Destiny DLC. Well, it was coming. It's called the Taken King. I fell out of Destiny a long time ago. This looked interesting. I probably not gonna get back into Destiny because I've been so gone from it. But if you're still in Destiny, you should be excited for this. Got a trailer for Firewatch. Making its console debut on the PS4.
Yes,
which looks good.
Yeah, that game looked awesome.
Then I'm gonna do one before the next one. Then we got the World of Final Fantasy, for coming out for PS4 and PS Vita next year. Looked kind of weird. Looked kind of fun, but weird.
I don't look cool. They had all the old characters.
Yeah.
I mean, they're chibis, but
yeah. I definitely, if I pick that up, it will be a Vita game.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh, this is a good Vita game.
Then we got our second mic drop that just broke Kevin. Final Fantasy VII remake, official remake, got announced.
Oh my god!
Coming first to the PlayStation 4.
I honestly, they started like with the trailer. Well, he was like, "Oh, it's a Sony game that did so well. We're gonna redo or whatever." Then they like started off the trailer, and like instantly I knew like the music and stuff. So I was like, and it kind of had the voiceover like Advent Children.
Yeah. And
I was like, okay, it's gonna be Advent Children 2 or something.
Yeah, because you're like, don't fucking do this to me. Because it did last year, right?
Yeah.
They did last year.
They fucked with me so many times. Like, obviously, no one. That's why even before, like, there were rumors about a Final Fantasy remake, and I was like, it's a lie. They've said this every time. Like, it's such bullshit. So then I was like, okay, they're gonna do like Advent Children, but it's gonna be like maybe the story of the actual game because Advent Children was like years later.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're gonna make a movie of the game, and I was like, that could be cool. I guess I would watch that.
So you're holding your thing, but it kept going,
and then it kept going, and then like they show it's like the first part when they first go into the reactor at the beginning of the game. They show like Barret with a gun arm, and they like pull back to Cloud and the wide sword, and then they show like the logo thing, and like everyone's freaking out, and I was like, I don't want to freak out.
You're just like, I can't. It's not happening. It's not it.
I was like, I didn't believe it was a game. I was like, this is going to be like the movie or something. I don't know. And they were like, no, it's a game coming to PS4.
No, all it says is remake.
Yeah, remake. And then they're like, yeah, coming to PS4. And I was like, so it's a game. And then I just flipped out. I turned the press conference off. I don't care. I don't need to see any other games. I ran around the house. I was so excited. It's finally happening. The 1 year, my crazy prediction wasn't that they remake Final Fantasy VII, which I almost made it, and then it happened.
It was just like an unbelievable moment. Like,
I mean, people were screaming.
People were screaming. Saw one dude stand literally just like hold his head in the crowd, just like, I can't believe this shit's happening. But we're not done yet, Kevin.
Yeah.
It's like after that announcement.
Which there were no details, by the way, about who's making it or what it's going to be like.
They announced who the directors and stuff were doing.
Yeah, they did, but they didn't have like we have no idea how it's going to play or what.
But right after this, Kevin, basically they go, "Come on!" They flash Kickstarter, and I was like,
"Yeah, this is weird."
Oh, this is weird. And next thing you know, see a thing, Shenmue 3 Kickstarter.
Yeah,
this is where I saw a dude online just broke down even more and just started crying. Like he just couldn't take it. Like his heart, he almost had a heart attack and died because there's just too much shit just couldn't have happening at the same time. But essentially, Shenmue 3 got announced. Kickstarter got announced. Needed $2 million to get it funded. Got that in one night.
Yeah. They, last time I looked, they had like $3 million at least.
There's like $3 million. They're partnered with Sony, so Sony, I guess, is actually going to actually help funding it as well. But they wanted to judge to see if actually
they wanted to see do people still want to play this because it's been 15 years almost.
14 years.
Yeah, since 2 came out.
And you know, some people are like, "Oh, this is like I can't believe they're doing a Kickstarter." And at the same time, yeah, it's they could have done it, but at the same time, their point, like people say they want some shit, but then there's no one really wants it, right? It's like, so.
Which for $30 on the Kickstarter, you get like a digital copy of the game.
Yeah.
So why would people not do that? Like.
So that happened. Broke everybody.
Yeah. Although it's not coming to like 2017.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long time. We got Devolver announced 4 games, so more freaking indie games. 4 more indie games. They look kind of cool. They're fine. Again. Back to exclusive content with Assassin's Creed on PlayStation. It's always been that. So the only one that hasn't been there was Unity, which was the one that was kind of shitty. So it was kind of funny that they skipped the shitty one. They got the Fallout DLC, and now they went back to Assassin's Creed for this one. Maybe it'll be good. Who knows? They talked about their PlayStation Vue, and basically said that they're going to be the first one to serve channels.
Yeah, a la carte
channels, which is kind of cool, but we'll see.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. They showed some more No Man's Sky. It looks ridiculous. Like, I'm just like, I don't know what this game. Like, they showed. Did you see that thing part? No Man's Sky? They're like, he's like, all right, let me show you. And it zooms out. You can go any of these stars. So these are all these galaxies. He zooms out even more. Yeah, these all this zooms out. And it just looks ridiculous.
Okay, but I thought that was kind of stupid, honestly. Not to, like, pop their bubble. But, like, what's the point of having... I mean, A, they must all be randomly generated. Because there's no way that the game holds data for all those.
Yeah.
And 2, like, what's the point of having all that?
So, there's a lot of people...
If no one can ever get there. It's so huge that no one can ever visit anything. That's, like, the point of it. It's like, okay, well...
I just don't, like, what is the main point of that game?
Yeah, that was also frustrating. They showed him, like, go down to the planet and, like, discover some stuff. And there's, like, supposedly, like, you know, starfighter battles.
I'm assuming it's just, like, almost like freaking, what's that game? Pokemon Snap kind of thing. Where you're just basically just discovering stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they did show, like, fighting in space, but I'm assuming there's fighting on the planets, too, but I don't know. Yeah, that's another game where I was like, okay, the idea is cool, but, like, what do I do?
Yeah. So from there, they announced a new game for Morpheus. Comes from Guerrillas Cambridge. I was like, I don't really care about this.
Yeah. No one's gonna buy it.
Yeah, I don't. We'll see. Like they said, like a lot of people are like, you have to, like, you can't show VR. You have to play it. I don't know when I'll ever play VR. So until then, I'm just like, I don't really care about that.
I mean,
another big news was that Call of Duty, all DLC is not coming first to PlayStation.
Yeah, that was a big shift.
That was a big shift. I'm excited for this new Black Ops. A lot of people I talk to are like not excited. I'm like, this looks good to me. Like 4-player co-op campaign is what I've always wanted to Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm down.
It looks cool. It looks quick and fast. I'll play it. I'll get my ass beat. They said announced some Disney exclusive, Affinity exclusive stuff for PS4. They showed co-op Battlefront split screen. Looks so good.
Looks so good. It like kind of gave you more of an idea of other gameplay modes.
Yeah.
It wasn't Hoth. It was like a desert planet.
Yep.
And it was like, what do you call it? Like survive kind of. You got to survive for like 10 minutes till reinforcements come or whatever, and you kind of secured a thing. And like waves came, and there were like different traps and stuff and guns and oh my god,
so good,
so good.
Can't wait for that. Still makes it pisses me off that like seeing that has co-op. Well, I guess it's online co-op, and then Halo doesn't have the co-op. But I guess they have online co-op on Halo, but not split screen. I don't know, it's stupid. Anyways, then as typical Sony faction, they just showed you Uncharted 4, everyone gasm, and shit.
It was like a vehicle scene where you like drove a Jeep through stuff, and it looked awesome.
They showed, which I was mad they didn't show it, but they said like behind closed doors, they showed the second part of that trailer, and like that's even more epic. Like you just took on the chain, you see it dragging in mud and all this shit. Like the mud's like uber epic, and then like you like finally jump to like you climb up on the chain, jump into a car, people out. The car gets like T-boned, flips around. Then your brother comes and like saves you. And you're like on his back, like shooting shit, and then you like escape. And then they said at the end, like you're in like the building, a story little element, and you're talking with like your brother and Sully. And then like you go to your room, and then Elena shows up. It's like, oh, I thought your house there's something going on, and she like looks pissed off at his ass, and then it ends right there, and you're like, oh god.
Nice.
So I like this back in it.
Yeah, I think it looked cool. I mean, it could be the best one. I think
it's gonna be the last one.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. So overall, I have to give them an A. Like just 3 mic drops in a row. Just
yeah. I mean, the only thing they could have done more is have Crash Bandicoot. That was like the only way you could have done more. And I honestly was scared. Like we talked about how doubtful it was Crash Bandicoot was next. By the time they dropped Final Fantasy, Last Guardian, and Shenmue 3, I was like, oh god, Crash Bandicoot's coming.
Next year, dude. Every year we'll do Crash Bandicoot.
But it didn't, but yeah.
Okay.
They have the games.
Yeah.
None of them really this year, but they have the games.
Yeah, like I said, like this basically this year's just Microsoft, next year is Sony. And I'll say this, even for a year that they don't really have anything, there's enough big third-party stuff that you don't really care that much. Because like Fallout 4 is going to control. You have Metal Gear Solid coming out.
Yeah,
you have Batman coming out.
All those games, like I'm going to be
Battlefront.
I'm not going to be bored. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
God, between Battlefront, Fallout, and Metal Gear, like I'm just going to be living the dream.
I hear people who are like, "Oh, I'm gonna trade in my PlayStation, and get an Xbox." I'm like people
for Halo and Call of Duty. I'm like, God damn it.
2 minute Gears of War.
Yeah, thank you.
So for those people, like, slow your roll. Like, I hate when people do that. Like, they're like, oh, this game happened. It's like, if you have an Xbox, you're going to have a fantastic year. Because you can play all those games too, and you can get these exclusives. If you have a PlayStation, don't worry about it. You have fucking Fallout and all the other games to play, and just wait till next year.
Next year's going to be insane.
Yeah, so, like, I feel like you can't go wrong with either system. People need to slow their roll. I hate when they do that. Like, oh, this game has no games.
No one actually does that. They just say shit like that on the internet.
Alright, moving on. Then we went to Nintendo, and then just back down on a sour note. Nintendo has their E3 Directs now, and they came out, and it was kind of funny. They did, like, the James Henson Puppets thing. And then from there, just nothing good really came out. I mean, they showed Star Fox. It graphically didn't really impress me, but it looked like they're going back more to, like, the 64 days, which is good.
Yeah, it looked interesting.
Fine.
I'd be happy to play it if I had one, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna get one for that.
I'm not either. They announced a new Zelda game for DS called Triforce Heroes, 3-player DS thing.
Like, didn't really even look like Zelda. I feel like.
Yeah, I didn't really care about that. They showed Hyrule Warriors Legends that got leaked already, so I knew it was coming.
New Fire Emblem.
New Fire Emblem looks good. They showed one game. I think it's just this Shin Megami Tensei, whatever. I think they showed that game, but it wasn't even like subtitled or anything. They just showed the Japanese version.
Yeah, that was weird. Like Shin Megami Tensei cross Fire Emblem for Wii U, which was weird. I mean, if it plays like a Shin Megami game, that would be cool. But if it's like Fire Emblem with Shin Megami characters, then that's gonna be stupid. So I don't know.
They showed a new Metro Prime called Metro Prime Federation Force, which looked shitty as hell. There's nothing like Metro Prime. Everyone's pissed off by that. Like, what the fuck is this? Show some more Yoshi's Woolly World, which that's like the one game that would
that's cool.
Look good. Some Animal Crossing and stuff.
New Mario Tennis looked cool too.
New Mario Tennis. if I sound really revealed the Super Mario Maker release date.
Oh yeah,
this fall. I forgot.
I don't really. That doesn't look that cool to me.
I mean, it's Mario. I mean, Nintendo just doesn't get it, man. Like, I just don't understand them. Like, this was horrible. Like, I was just sat there. I fell asleep during this press conference.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as bad as EA, but it's close.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, I just hope that they lose enough money to where they start selling their games to the other systems, or they finally make a new decent console. I don't know which would happen first, but
it's just so frustrating.
I'm just secretly rooting.
What's funny was I remember, like, we did that announcement the other day, news where we're going to announce some third-party games. What was the third-party game? I saw no third-party games.
The new Skylanders thing? I don't know.
I have no idea what the third-party game is. Like, we have third-party games. I'm like, what the fuck was the third-party game?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I didn't see one. It was all first.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I didn't.
Maybe the Xenoblade? Is that third-party?
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Because that only comes to them, though. The Xenoblade games, I think, are only on Nintendo, right?
I have no idea. All right. Anyways, bad. It was a terrible press conference.
Yeah, you got nothing that you wanted, so enjoy.
There's 2 more press conferences. We're really going to talk about one more because the last one was PC. And both you and me don't really care that much about PC.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about PC games, so you need a different podcast for that.
Yeah. So we had the Square Enix press conference, which I thought was pretty good. They brought back up. They came out, talked a lot about Just Cause 3, showed that off. That looked really good. They showed another trailer of Rise of the Tomb Raider. That looked good as well. They showed like different locations, so it's not all like the frozen.
Right, we've only seen that one part.
So it showed some more stuff. They showed the Final Fantasy VII remake thing again.
Yes.
Which everyone was like, I don't care, I'll watch it again.
Yes.
They talked a little bit more about World of Final Fantasy. They showed the guys who are actually making it. Brought him out. He talked about it a little bit. Coming to PS4 Vita next year. The highlight for me in this press conference, they freaking showed off some more gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3, which looks so good, Kevin. So good.
Vintage Kingdom Hearts.
I'm debating, so for me, when they first announced Kingdom Hearts 3 last year, I was like, I'm not going to see this game until, 2018. It's going to be so far. But after seeing that trailer, I was like,
it could be next fall.
It might be this fall. Which makes me wonder, when's Final Fantasy 15? So it's is Final Fantasy 15, spring, next year, and then, fall is Kingdom Hearts 3?
Maybe. The last couple of Final Fantasies have been spring releases.
So, I think that's sooner than later, Kingdom Hearts 3. That look pretty far along. They showed actual gameplay of the Hitman, which looked really good as well.
Yep.
I was confused. I'm like, is it more like... It seemed like it's more like Hitman MMO kind of status.
Yeah.
The way they're explaining it.
Yeah, it seemed more... brought into the modern age.
It looked good. And then we got some gameplay trailer of Deus Ex Human Mankind. Or Mankind Divided, whatever it's called. And that looked good, too. So, pretty solid press conference from them. For their first one since, I think, 2016. We also got a new Nier. Which you don't remember that game?
No, I don't remember that game.
It was I can't remember if it was old PS. I don't know if it was either at the end of PS2 life cycle or it was PS3. But it was this weird. The only thing I remember is the girl in it was not a girl, a dude or some shit. I don't know. It was weird, but it was kind of a cult favorite. So they're doing a new one from that one. Platinum Games helping develop that, which is a good get.
Yeah, I'm excited for anything they make.
They show some more Star Ocean.
Yes,
really good.
Star Ocean looked awesome. Yes, pumped about that.
And
they announced a new studio that's working on a new RPG.
Yes, they did. They're called studio's called Tokyo RPG Factory, which is kind of a cool name.
Yeah, very very Japanese.
Yeah, and then the title is called or the tentative title is Project Setsuda.
Yeah, Setsuna. Yeah, which is supposedly a traditional old school RPG.
Yeah,
so.
released in 2016. So
yeah, they'll probably TGS. Maybe they'll show that.
They say a lot of I'm expecting TGS is gonna be a huge show.
Yeah.
But that was it. That was Square Enix.
I'm excited for that.
And that was essentially all the press conferences of E3. So overall, I think it was a B plus A. The only downs were EA and Nintendo.
Yeah.
And Nintendo is just I don't really give a shit about it at all.
Yeah, so you say Sony won?
Sony won, hands down. If I do ranking order, I'll do probably Sony, maybe Microsoft, Bethesda, Ubi, Square, Nintendo, EA.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like maybe Microsoft won this year, but marginally, because you said, they got a couple of the same games coming out, but otherwise, there's so many third parties this year. Are you going to be bored on PlayStation? No. And then you're knowing now all this stuff's coming now. I think the next 2 years, Sony won, so.
I mean, but on Microsoft's defense, there's 3 games that huge that we know are there coming out next year, and they just didn't talk about.
Yeah.
And that was
Crackdown.
I'm gonna say T-Human and Mass Effect, but it was
Quantum Break,
Crackdown, and
I forget what the other one's called.
Scalebound.
Yeah, the one with the dragons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go over our predictions and how wrong we were.
Yeah.
You have your predictions up?
No.
Bring up your predictions. Let's go. We'll go one on one how wrong we were.
I think my first one was Sony quits on Vita.
which kind of did.
Which I said there will be one sizzle reel trailer, but there wasn't.
So I'll give you a point on that.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't even a sizzle, and there wasn't a new game at all. There was like, World of Final Fantasy is coming to Vita. That was pretty much it. So,
yep.
Yeah, I think I was right.
You're right there.
They did quit on Vita.
They basically quit on Vita at the press conference. Not one message to Vita. My first one was Battletoads: A New Perfect Dark gets announced. So they did have the rare replay. It had Battletoads and
True
thing, but they're not new.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna give myself points. So I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah, that was weird. Because I know you talked about the thing where, was it Phil Spencer that wore the shirt?
He wore the short, and they had Battletoads in
Shovel Knight.
So I thought at least to get one of those right, but like nothing.
Yeah, none of that.
And I was like, what the hell? So
I also said new Star Wars game, not Battlefront.
What you got?
It
was like
I'll take maybe a half a point, but
it was a mobile game, but you got it right.
Yeah, I honestly thought they would show the new. I forget what's her name, the Uncharted chick.
Oh, Amy Hennig.
Yeah, I thought they would show her game or maybe a trailer or something. They didn't get into it. Maybe they didn't want to steal the Battlefront thunder yet.
Yeah,
which they didn't need to because that looked awesome. So
not at all, man. So my next one was Resident Evil 7 was announced during Sony's press conference.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to happen because of we haven't had a new Resident Evil for a while. And there was rumors, I think, like last year that they were going to do it, so I was totally expecting them to have it.
I thought that was a lock for sure.
I'm surprised because it seems like Capcom is just doing like remakes of their game that already exists right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like they showed Resident Evil 0 like behind somewhere, which is like next year. But it's like besides Street Fighter 5, they're not doing anything. They're just remastering stuff and then Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, it's weird.
So that company's worrying me because. They might be really tight with money and just trying to get stuff to just get money right now.
Yeah. I said Gran Turismo, new Gran Turismo drops.
No Gran Turismo.
It's not, which was interesting. I thought that was weird, especially, they showed off. Xbox had Need for Speed and Forza and all that stuff going on. They were showing, and then Sony didn't really talk about any auto car games.
Yeah. So my next one was like, no Last Guardian. Last Guardian, first thing they showed. The very first thing you showed. I was happy it was wrong, but at the same time, I was like, damn, man. Also, talking about Last Guardian, we didn't really talk about this, so I'll talk about Quiz. We had all those rumors that Mark Cerny and stuff was jumping on it. Not at all. Not true. It was the same guy still.
Yeah.
They said that basically the reason why that game was in development so long is that they couldn't really get it to run the way they want on the PS3. So in 2012, they went to the PS4. And since their two consoles are so different, one has a stealth processor and one's more like PC architecture, they had to basically rebuild that game. So during that time, they're rebuilding this game. He splits off, forms his own studio because he kind of wants to do his own thing, but still on to like basically do the finish Last Guardian. Right. So basically, Team Ico is no longer Team Ico. They're like some new studio called like something Gen or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's dark, but so I bet there was some confrontation because I bet like you'd be pissed, right? You're making this game for last year's and like it's not working. Let's put it on PS4. And you're like, fuck, have to rebuild this shit from scratch again.
Yeah.
So, that's happening. But yeah, Last Guardian happened.
I don't remember my other predictions.
You don't have them right there?
No.
You deleted them? Oh, you wrote them down, huh?
I wrote them down and I can't find it.
Shit.
What else did I say? I know I talked about Nintendo.
You said, your big thing was Nintendo was going to have.
Yeah, I said Nintendo new console. Obviously, that didn't happen.
That was your big thing.
I didn't really think that was coming.
Yeah, we should have written them down.
I knew they were both wrong. I looked them up at the time, and neither of them came true.
I remember your last one. I don't remember that one. I had Wii U price drop, which I was
yeah.
very surprised I didn't have.
That's weird too. Yeah.
I was like, they have to price drop this shit. This shit's basically dead. No one's fucking buying this shit. Price drop. No price drop.
Yeah, that was weird.
Very dark. My other one too, since you can't remember yours, I'll do one. I thought Unleashed Collection would get announced. That was kind of a stretch one, but I thought it might happen because of they're doing all these remasters. I thought that was one they might revisit and see if that would do the franchise. Yeah, we did get a Mega Man Legacy.
That was a little out there.
I forgot we talked about that. We did Mega Man Legacy, all the Mega Mans.
Yeah.
But that was it. And then my big one, of course, well, yours was Nintendo is going to announce the NXT. They're going to go back to normal.
Yeah.
They're the same shitty Nintendo that we've had
for
several
worse
years.
than I could have imagined.
Yeah.
I thought at least new Mario didn't even...
Nothing.
Like core Mario, not like...
Nothing at all. And then mine was the hopeful, which at this point, during the press conference, it might happen. Crash 4. I thought it was going to come. I thought that was going to do it. I thought it was going to come summer 2016.
Yeah.
Did not happen.
Didn't
so
happen.
You basically won the stake bet. Wherever you want to go.
By getting one right.
Get one right. When you're ready. Maybe next Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll go get some steaks after this podcast.
I'm down.
So, that was it. Good day 3.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad now because it's like I have to wait a whole year for Christmas again. But
the games now. Games.
Good games coming.
Batman on Tuesday.
Oh, right? Batman Monday at 9 o'clock. I'll be playing some serious.
Is it
Batman.
Day One Digital? Can I preload that shit?
Yeah, you can.
I might do that.
You can Day One Digital. I actually bought the disc, but I'm getting mine at 9 o'clock. I think they're trying to compete with the Day One Digitals now. But like Day One Digital is great because you'll get it like midnight East Coast time, so you'll get like 8. Sometimes you'll get even like 9.
Like Monday night or tonight?
Monday, like you'll get it early as shit.
Like at 9 o'clock?
Like yeah.
Ooh.
Like 8 o'clock and shit like that. I love doing it.
I might do that.
So, all right, everybody, that's our episode.
Yeah,
we'll be back.
Talk about Batman next week.
Next week, we'll talk about Batman. I might have beaten it by then.
Yeah, it's probably not that long, right?
I'm gonna hurt some Batman this week. So have a happy Father's Day, everybody.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye.